SCP-1548-EX, the Hateful Star. Special Containment Procedures. Space observatories capable of observing SCP-1548 are to be restricted from doing so. Images and readings obtained of SCP-1548 are to be kept private under the sole control of the Foundation. Should usage of existing observatories be necessary, they will be temporarily put under the control of the Foundation. Research into methods of neutralizing SCP-1548 are currently ongoing. Upon the completion of the Lunar Area 32, Project Date 1959, primary research into how SCP-1548 operates and possible methods of termination are to be relocated here. SCP-1548 is an unidentified object approximately 24 light-years away from Earth. The object, originally thought to be a star, is significantly brighter than any recorded so far, and periodically emits bursts of ionizing radiation. Initially discovered in 1948 at the Earth Observatory in Chicago, an agent noticed that many of the pulses recorded formed Morse code. First transcribed read, "Death to the unserving." All messages received so far have been aggressive, involving the death, destruction, and humiliation of the human race. Readings and measurements of the object has shown it to be incredibly unstable. SCP-1548 possesses a highly erratic axis, with its orientation changing at any given moment with little perceived order. This has led researchers to believe that it is rotating very quickly and randomly. From this axis, two twin jets of ionizing radiation are emitted in seemingly random pulses. The radiation from these streams are much more concentrated than the radiation emitted through the rest of SCP-1548. SCP-1548 communicates through Morse code using these radiation pulses. The messages SCP-1548 sends out are incredibly random. While multiple distinct messages have been recorded, these pulses account for less than 1% of total pulses emitted by SCP-1548. No distinct pattern has been discovered for when SCP-1548 is simply pulsing at random and when attempting to communicate. Addendum 1. Observations by Head Researcher Natalie. Upon completion and population of Foundation Lunar Area 32, my team has performed more detailed measurements of SCP-1548. These measurements indicate that SCP-1548 possesses a large immediate threat to the planet. Due to the proximity and intensity of these bursts, should either of the streams happen to be pointed directly at us during a burst, radiation would retain enough energy to get past the heliosphere and subsequently devastate components of our planet's atmosphere, namely the ozone layer and magnetosphere. All life on Earth, which includes us, would be completely at the mercy of any and all ionizing radiation from both space and the sun. Current estimates indicate that such an event would result in a total collapse of most of Earth's ecosystems. I doubt we would fare much better. As such, I am submitting a request for more funding to better understand and hopefully eventually terminate SCP-1548. To my fellow O5s and to anyone else who may be reading this document, I bear news, both good and bad. The good news is that SCP-1548 is not anomalous. Science has caught up and revealed a name for these curious objects: pulsars. It seems there are millions of these things running around the abyss. Furthermore, the messages we received, the ones thought to be SCP-1548 speaking to us, were just a fluke, one of cosmic proportions. SCP-1548 is not malicious, nor even sentient. It hasn't spoken to us in 20 years. The last messages received have been completely comprehensible, or have been barely comprehensible, sorry. The bad news is that, while the star doesn't hate us, God or whoever put that pulsar 24 light years away from us certainly does. Researcher Natalie came to me with these concerns and made the proposal to reclassify SCP-1548 as EX herself. I made the decision to accept her proposal. With warmest regards, 0503. 053, sorry.